Have you noticed someone you care about making subtle yet worrying changes in the past year? Many people think that death and old age strike without warning. The reality is that the body frequently gives subtle signals months or even a year before life approaches its final chapter. Many people overlook these signs because they appear insignificant at first glance. Only in hindsight do families see that the clues were there all along. But by then, it's too late to get ready, too late to create those final memories that truly matter. In this video, we'll dive into 5 crucial signs that frequently show up a year before an elderly person passes away. You might have noticed some of these things but dismissed them as just part of getting older. Some changes may appear minor, yet they actually indicate the body's slow decline. Spotting these signs early allows you to deliver better care, treasure those special moments, and above all, guarantee that your loved one's final stage of life is filled with comfort, dignity, and peace. Stick around until the end. These 5 signs will equip you emotionally and practically for what's coming next. Once you grasp what's going on, you'll be ready for anything that comes your way. Make the most of every moment you have left with your loved ones. Let's dive in. Significant weight loss. One of the earliest and most telling signs that someone might be nearing the final year of their life is unintentional weight loss. Initially, it may feel like a small change, a belt that suddenly requires adjustment, clothes that seem to hang a bit more loosely, or a once robust appetite that starts to diminish. Many families brush it off as a normal part of aging, but the reality is that losing weight without effort is seldom a positive indicator. This often shows that the body is struggling to absorb nutrients effectively. Muscle mass is dwindling, and vital systems are beginning to slow down. Aging naturally causes some muscle loss, but if it happens too rapidly, it signals that something more serious might be at play. The body might be having a tough time digesting food, or the individual may struggle to process protein effectively, resulting in muscle wasting. This loss of strength not only makes movement challenging, but it also heightens the risk of falls, undermines the immune system, and exposes the individual to infections. What's another reason for weight loss in the final year of life? Shifts in appetite. Many elderly individuals often find that their hunger isn't what it used to be. Their sense of taste diminishes, making food less enjoyable, leading them to skip meals or opt for much smaller portions. This goes beyond mere preference. It's a physiological shift. As the body starts to shut down, it stops sending signals to the brain to look for food as frequently. The outcome? Reduced energy, diminished strength, and a slow decline in overall health. Let's dive into the impact of underlying medical conditions. Weight loss often signals chronic diseases such as cancer, heart failure, or kidney disease, which can start to advance well before more noticeable symptoms show up. Conditions such as depression or cognitive decline can significantly impact eating habits, creating a downward spiral where the body lacks the essential fuel it needs to thrive. Many families tackle the issue by motivating their loved ones to eat more, presenting their favorite foods, or enhancing meals with protein drinks. However, if the weight keeps falling despite your efforts, it's crucial to understand that this isn't solely about diet, it's your body gearing up for a more significant change. At this point, pushing for big meals might not be beneficial. Let's prioritize comfort and make it easy to enjoy. Foods and hydration play a crucial role in enhancing your quality of life. Keep an eye out for significant weight loss in your elderly loved one. If they're eating less, feeling weaker, or having trouble staying active, it's crucial to take notice. This goes beyond mere looks. It's about the body conveying a powerful message. Grasping that message now empowers you to navigate the road ahead with clarity, compassion, and the chance to make every moment count. Next up, we have extreme fatigue and weakness. As life approaches its final chapter, one of the most striking changes is an overwhelming, unshakable fatigue that rest simply can't alleviate. It's more than just a bit of tiredness after a long day. It's a deep exhaustion that turns even the simplest tasks into a daunting challenge. Getting out of bed can feel like a real struggle. Walking across the room takes effort, and activities that used to feel effortless, like cooking, dressing, or even chatting, now seem overwhelmingly exhausting. This isn't merely a consequence of aging, it's a clear indication that the body is actively conserving its remaining energy. When organ function begins to slow down, the body shifts its focus to what truly matters. The heart struggles to pump effectively, circulation takes a hit, and muscles miss out on the oxygen they used to thrive on. Many elderly individuals in their final months often feel weak, unsteady, and struggle to maintain the same level of activity they once enjoyed. Metabolic slowdown is another crucial factor to consider. The body is built to generate and utilize energy, but as it enters its final phase, that energy takes a different direction. The body moves from fueling action to focusing on preservation. Here's the deal. When someone is in decline, they might find themselves sleeping more, needing those longer naps throughout the day, and struggling to stay awake for extended periods. Some people might suddenly feel a surge of energy one moment, only to be completely drained the next. The emotional toll of fatigue is perhaps the most heartbreaking aspect of this process. Many seniors who once cherished their independence may start to feel frustrated or even embarrassed about their inability to do what they once could. They might pull back from conversations, steer clear of social interactions, or lose interest in their hobbies. It's not that they don't care, it's just that they lack the energy. This can create a cycle of isolation, causing them to give up entirely, which only speeds up the decline. It's heartbreaking for families to see a loved one transition from being active and engaged to feeling exhausted and withdrawn. It's tempting to think they're just being lazy or that they should power through, but the truth is that pushing them won't make a difference. Understanding their limits is crucial. It's important to let them rest when necessary and ensure their remaining days are as comfortable as possible. If you see a loved one struggling with persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, recognize it as a clear indication that their body is undergoing a significant change. Now is the moment to truly value our conversations. Foster moments of tranquility and uplift them without any strings attached. Ultimately, what truly matters is not the extent of their abilities, but that they experience love, understanding, and comfort. If you're still with me and enjoying these insights, drop a number 2 in the comments to show you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you won't miss a single video. Your support drives us to keep producing great content that informs and inspires you. Let's keep pushing ahead. Thirdly, you may experience heightened cognitive confusion or a sense of withdrawal. As someone nears the final stage of life, the transformation in their thinking, communication, and interactions with others becomes remarkably evident. Have you noticed someone who used to be sharp and engaged starting to forget things more frequently, having trouble following conversations, or appearing disoriented in places they know well? They might find themselves repeating things, struggling to remember names, or losing track of time, even if they've never had memory problems in the past. These subtle cognitive changes can occur months or even a full year prior to death. This goes beyond typical forgetfulness. The brain, just like any other organ, needs a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients to operate at its best. And as circulation weakens and oxygen supply to the brain drops, cognitive function begins to decline. They might find themselves feeling confused, facing challenges in decision-making, or having trouble recognizing familiar faces in places they've known for years. Sometimes they experience brief flashes of clarity, only to be quickly followed by sudden bouts of confusion, as if their mind is flickering on and off. Emotional withdrawal is another telltale sign. As someone approaches the end of life, they frequently find themselves withdrawing from social interactions. They may be talking less, participating less, or just sitting in silence for extended stretches. It's not that they lack care for their loved ones. Rather, their brain processes emotions and engagement differently now. Conversations can turn exhausting, and loud environments often feel overwhelming, leading many seniors to withdraw into their own world. Watch for shifts in mood and behavior. Some people may find themselves feeling more irritable, anxious, or easily frustrated. Some people appear surprisingly calm, distant, or unconcerned about things that used to be important to them. This isn't merely a change in personality, it's frequently the brain adapting to the body's decline. When cognitive function slows down, expressing emotions can become a challenge, and individuals may find themselves reacting differently to situations than they once did. This stage can be particularly challenging for family members. Seeing a loved one drift away from reality or withdraw emotionally can feel like a heartbreaking loss before they're truly gone. However, it's crucial to understand that this isn't something they can control. Rather than forcing them back into conversations, focus on meeting them where they are. Speak gently, offer reassurance, and remember that even if they don't always respond, they can still sense your presence. If someone you care about is showing signs of forgetfulness, confusion, or disengagement, take notice and address it. These are often the initial indicators that the body and mind are gearing up for the final transition. Now is the moment to embrace patience, savor those quiet moments, and concentrate on building a space that radiates safety, familiarity, and tranquility. Even when words disappear, the warmth of love and comfort remains palpable. It's time to move forward. Fourth on the list, frequent infections and slow healing. When the body starts to wind down, one of the most noticeable signs is a weakened immune system. Have you noticed someone who used to be rarely sick now seems to catch every cold, flu, and minor infection that comes their way? Minor illnesses that once had quick recoveries now linger, and even simple wounds like small cuts or bruises take their sweet time to heal. These changes are intentional. These are clear indicators that the body is losing its ability to defend and repair itself like it used to. Repeated infections are a major concern as the immune system weakens. Pneumonia, urinary tract infections, UTI, skin infections, and oral infections become increasingly common. Many families think these are just one-off illnesses, but when they occur frequently or linger for a while, it's usually a clear indication that the body is struggling to defend itself. Antibiotics, once known for their rapid effectiveness, may now appear to be losing their punch. The individual might require more potent medications, extended recovery times, or several treatment cycles for infections that used to be considered minor. As circulation slows and organ function declines, the body becomes less responsive to treatment. Let's shine a light on another critical issue: chronic wounds. If you see small scratches, sores, or bruises that aren't healing well or keep reopening, it might indicate compromised circulation. Poor blood flow leads to inefficient delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the skin and tissues, resulting in a slower healing process. Pressure sores pose a significant risk, particularly for individuals with limited mobility. If not managed properly, they can lead to severe infections. It's alarming that infections in the last year of life frequently present differently than we anticipate. An elderly person might not show a high fever. Instead, they may appear more fatigued than normal, exhibit confusion, or show a decreased appetite. For seniors, a sudden drop in mental alertness can be the first red flag of an infection, often showing up before any other symptoms kick in. Recognizing these changes early can significantly impact the level of comfort and support they receive in their final stage of life. For families, seeing a loved one struggle with repeated infections can be incredibly frustrating and heartbreaking. It's easy to feel the urge to pursue intense treatments, believing that just one more round of antibiotics or another hospital stay will solve the issue. However, there comes a time when the emphasis frequently transitions from healing to providing solace. Staying hydrated, maintaining clean and moisturized skin, and reducing stress can significantly enhance their well-being, often more effectively than another round of medication that merely extends their discomfort. If you're still with me and enjoying these insights, drop a comment with the number 4 below to show your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video. Your support fuels our mission to create valuable content that informs and inspires you. Let's keep pushing ahead. 5. Watch for major changes in breathing or circulation. One of the clearest indicators that the body is entering its final stage is a significant shift in breathing patterns and circulation. Your loved one might be breathing more slowly or shallowly than they used to. Sometimes they may take a moment between breaths, or their breathing can become unpredictable, quickening and then slowing down without warning. Some individuals encounter a fascinating breathing pattern known as Cheney-Stokes respiration, characterized by an alternation of deep, rapid breaths followed by extended pauses. These changes may begin quietly, but as time goes on, they become more noticeable and occur more often. Weakened circulation is another telltale sign to watch for. Watch for signs like cold hands, feet, or even a chilly nose and ears when you touch them. The skin can look pale, bluish, or mottled, particularly around the fingers and toes. The body prioritizes blood flow to vital organs, which means circulation to the extremities gets reduced. The heart isn't pumping as powerfully as it once did. Many individuals find themselves struggling with shortness of breath, even with just a little movement. Just sitting up, talking, or changing positions can leave them feeling breathless or winded. Watch for signs of mouth breathing or sudden pauses to catch their breath mid-conversation. If they used to walk across the room with ease, but now find it difficult, it could be a sign that their lung function is declining. Fluid buildup in the lungs can sometimes make breathing a challenge. Experience a persistent cough, hear gurgling sounds, or feel a tightness in your chest. These symptoms can be quite unsettling. While many might think it's merely congestion from a cold, for elderly individuals approaching the end of life, it frequently signals that the lungs are deteriorating. Lying flat can be uncomfortable, so many might find it better to sleep propped up on pillows or in a recliner to help with their breathing. Family members may find these changes quite alarming. It's completely understandable to feel the urge to help, to motivate them to take deeper breaths, or to be concerned that something urgent might be going on. In many instances, this is just the body's natural method of slowing down. While reversing these changes might not always be possible, there are definitely ways to enhance your comfort with them. To ease discomfort, try keeping the room cool, using a humidifier, or offering small sips of water. Sometimes medications or oxygen therapy can offer relief, but the emphasis is on comfort rather than solving the problem. Keep an eye out for these signs: changes in breathing, cold hands and feet, or a bluish tint to the skin. It's important to take notice. These signs often show that the body is conserving energy and that circulation is slowing down. Now is the moment to be fully engaged, provide comfort, and foster a serene atmosphere where they can feel secure and relaxed. In these final months or weeks, the most valuable gift you can offer them isn't medical intervention. It's all about comfort, dignity, and the assurance that they're not facing this journey alone. As we wrap up this video, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. Experience significant weight loss, extreme fatigue, cognitive decline, frequent infections, and major changes in breathing and circulation. Watch for these 5 signs that may indicate an elderly person's passing is approaching in the year ahead. They might not occur simultaneously, and they may not be immediately apparent, but once you begin to recognize them, it's a clear indication that the body is gearing up for its final transition. Many families find it challenging to embrace these changes. It's completely understandable to want to challenge them, to motivate a loved one to eat more, be more active, or power through fatigue. Sometimes the most powerful action we can is to truly listen to what their body is communicating. Rather than attempting to reverse the inevitable, let's concentrate on ensuring their remaining time is filled with peace, comfort, and meaning. Grasping these signs isn't about being afraid of death. It's all about getting ready for it. By recognizing these changes early, you can provide better care, make crucial decisions in advance, and ensure that your loved one's final months are filled with love and dignity. Now is the moment to cherish experiences, share stories, and remind them that they are valued and never alone. If you see these signs in someone close to you, take a deep breath and remember, you're not alone on this journey. Countless families have traveled this journey, and although it's challenging, understanding what lies ahead can empower you with strength, patience, and peace. We appreciate you being here with us today. We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us one thing you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life. We value your thoughts, so feel free to share them with us. Your comments inspire and energize us immensely. If you loved this video and found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support empowers us to keep delivering great content that informs and inspires you. We appreciate you tuning in, and we can't wait to catch you in the next video.